Welcome, sports fans, to Mixed Reactions. So some of you know that we've been doing audio podcasts. Now we are doing video podcasts. So today it's just me, but hopefully this next episode we'll be able to have some guest interviews and some other producers here at Mixed Reaction here on the next video. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it. With this last week here in the NBA, there's been a big story about Kyrie Irving and the interview that he had with ESPN First Take. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Let me get the big question, the elephant in the room. LeBron James is a superstar, widely considered the best player in the world. Kyrie Irving is a star. Everybody knows you're a bad boy. But the reality is that you got tired of playing second fiddle. You wanted your own team. This is the perception. Yeah. You wanted your own team, and damn it, you was tired of being second fiddle in Cleveland, and you no longer wanted to be LeBron James' teammate. Respond to those accusations.
Oh, man. Well, the actual storyline of everything that was created from a variety of sources, a variety of people, whether it be from my circle, whether it be from anywhere else, the last person that everybody kind of forgot about was me. I didn't say, as you said, I didn't say a damn word. And
that is true.
And it was all because that was never reality for me, because I know the type of person I am, and I know who I'm developing into and who I want to become. It never came from the fact of me wanting to be absolutely selfish and absolutely putting myself first and wanting to be the man. I don't really have an ego. I have a presence and an aura about me that's very reality based.
Go ahead, Max.
Kyrie, glad to have you on the show. Thanks for being here. So I just want to get it straight. You no longer wanted to play with LeBron James?
Excuse me?
Did you no longer want to play with LeBron James?
I mean, it's not really about wanting or not wanting to. It really just became how everyone turned this into a madness because it was myself and LeBron. If this were anybody else getting traded, I don't think it would have been as big a storyline. Being with that guy was unbelievable. It was something that I will relish in for the rest of my life, because the situations that we came across as individuals and as a team, collectively, we all grew. And when you get to that crossroad in your career and in your life, and you have to make that decision, it's not about necessarily figuring out what the other person's intent is. It's figuring out what your intent is. And when I came to that crossroad and I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, okay, this is absolutely something that I want to do. It didn't have anything to do with not wanting to play with the best player on the planet. It didn't have anything to do with not wanting to be the second fiddle, not wanting to be sunned. And as you like to say, Max, being a second-class citizen, I have no idea what that is, or a second banana. I don't have any idea what that is. But I know that I'm very solidified in who I am as a person, and I always will be that way.
Let me go someplace else. Did you speak to LeBron James or talk to LeBron James before you and your representatives met with ownership and let them know that you wanted out?
No.
Why not?
Why would I have to?
I'm not saying, no. I'm not implying that you have to at all.
Yeah.
But he's the best player in the world. He's a superstar. He's considered the leader of the team. Your teammate, who you speak glowingly and very highly about. Mm-hmm. And if you don't want to play there anymore, even though it was a personal decision, chances are, if you don't speak to somebody about it, they might take it personally.
Yeah.
Do you care about that at all?
No.
It's his future, his life.
Kyrie,
I think that we're forgetting one important thing. I think we're getting one important thing.
Sure.
Stephen A., as you sit up here, and Molly and Max, as you guys are professionals, I don't think that you owe anything to another person in terms of figuring out what you want to do with your life. And it's not anything personal. I'm not here to tirade anybody. I'm not here to go at any particular person or the organization, because I have nothing but love for Cleveland. Like, I have nothing but love for the times that I spent there. There's nothing about that. It comes a time where you mature as an individual. It's time to make that decision. And there is no looking back from that standpoint. There is no time to figure out how to save someone's feelings when ultimately you have to be selfish in that and figuring out what you want to do. And it wasn't about me not wanting to win. It wasn't anything about that. It was like, I want to be extremely, extremely happy, like, in perfecting my craft. And that was the only intent that I have in all of this. And I think that it got a lot more, much more attention because everything else started coming out from who would think that their important opinion mattered most.
Right.
And I saw previous players, I saw past players, I saw current players speaking on something that had absolutely nothing to do with them.
Yes.
I'm appreciative of their comments, but at the same time, it's ultimately my decision.
There's a lot more in that interview, but unfortunately we only have that short little clip. There is another reaction that the NBA Jump had, and let's go ahead and take a look at their reaction.
So, false reality. I mean, that language, that was the most eye-opening language of the entire 45 minutes. False reality. Crashing down. There was like a lot of very strong language. What does that tell you about him and the Cavs as a franchise? What does that say to you?
I mean, I respect Kyrie a tremendous amount for having the maturity and the guts, quite frankly, to ask for a trade in this situation. I respect him for coming on First Take where he knew he was going to be on a firing line. But that's coded language. When you talk about the Cavs culture, you're talking about LeBron James. In my mind, everything he said pointed me back that he didn't want to play with LeBron. And if I'm misinterpreting that, then he's free to correct me. But it's difficult to wade through everything he was saying. But it was pretty clear to me at every juncture when he was asked to address why he left or why he was frustrated, it was really about LeBron.
Yeah, to me, I mean, when you talk about environment, I mean, what better environment do you want? You're winning. You're in the finals every year.
But LeBron sets the environment.
Well, yeah, but culture is all about, winning. So is it more than just basketball is what I'm saying? Because when you're in a winning culture, usually everybody's happy. So to me, it's like saying, is there more than just basketball thing going on? Is there some personal issues? Do you not like your teammates? Are there some things that's going on off the court? You don't have any friends on the team? I mean, it has to be more than the basketball part.
So now that you've seen a part of the interview with ESPN First Take and saw some of the reactions with NBA Jump, those are kind of the reactions that everyone's having, right? Kyrie just come forward and say it was LeBron. The reason why you're leaving is because of LeBron. We all know the reason why he's leaving is because of LeBron. He seems kind of arrogant in the interview with ESPN. His body language shows that he's really upset. And Kyrie just wants to be all about him. And nothing wrong with that. And he's right. He doesn't owe an explanation to anybody. He gets to do what he wants to do that he thinks is best for him and his future and his career. After Cleveland won the title, after Kyrie made the shot, the winning shot in the Game 7 in the last minute of the game, LeBron James went to management and said, I want to trade Kyrie for Chris Paul. I don't know about you, but that would make me want to leave too. Everyone's talking about how Kyrie's being selfish and Kyrie doesn't care about Cleveland, doesn't care about his teammates. He's being arrogant and all this. Not a lot of people are talking about this. Kyrie had a very strong relationship with LeBron outside of basketball. And he never mentioned it, but in interviews after the Eastern Conference Final just this last year and the year before that when they won the championship, everything that he says, it sounds to me that he really looked up to LeBron. LeBron was his mentor and LeBron was his best friend. Now, he never really came out and said specifically the relationship between him and LeBron, but that's kind of what I got from it, that Kyrie really looked up to LeBron. So you start to look at this and see that the reason why Kyrie left is because he was hurt by this. What person wouldn't want to leave? If I had a best friend of mine that backstabbed me, of course I wouldn't want to work with him anymore. Of course I wouldn't want to be around him anymore. I would need some space. I would need some time to get away from it all, and hopefully one day forgive him for whatever what was done. And in Kyrie's case, he found out that LeBron didn't want him anymore, that he needed to be gone because he wasn't going to win, wasn't needed to win another title. And that's really what I get from Kyrie. I get that Kyrie is upset. It gets under his skin when people keep asking him about, oh, what do you think about LeBron? He's done with that. He wants nothing to do with that. He wants to move forward with his decision. He wants to be part of Boston. And the greatest part about this, Boston and Cleveland Cavaliers will now have to face each other in the playoffs. Last year, Boston was number 1 seed, Cleveland was number 2 seed, and they ended up having to play each other in the finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals. That will be the greatest game this year if it happens again. That might be the #1 playoff series that everyone tunes in for, to see Kyrie Irving versus LeBron James and see who was right. See if LeBron was right and correct about not needing Kyrie to get to the finals again, or if Kyrie's right, saying, I don't need you to go back to the finals. So that will be one thing that I've been looking forward to. I can't wait. Boston and Cleveland will be playing each other during the season. I'll be watching those games, and that'll be fantastic for the league. We have a rivalry now that we get to enjoy and watch and be anxious for now. Something to look forward to. So let us know what you think, your reactions, your comments down below. Press that like button. Today's just going to be short and sweet, but hopefully next week we'll have some more people, get some more reaction, and continue to talk about all sports. My personal favorite is basketball and soccer, but I don't want to be biased in those, and Mixed Reactions is all about all the sports. So next week, have some more topics, some more sports, some more people. Thanks for joining us, and see you next week.